Hello, welcome back, everyone. We have a guest today. RJ, are you excited for Rob Pue to be here?
Yeah, I thought you were about to say that I'm the guest, and it's like kind of true. If I am paying attention, then I kind of am like a guest on the podcast.
What? When I told you Rob Pue was coming on, were you like, I don't care because I don't know who that is?
Yeah.
Okay, the people that Richard invites in here and makes me
Let's say
hang
this
out with
publicly on
for
the fucking podcast. I like it. Let's
I
do
will.
it.
I don't care anymore.
Okay.
It's like a fucking 50-50 as to whether or not it's like, oh, they're like an actual professional, media person, either in comedy or social media or podcasting, etc. Or they're an insane homeless person that fell off of a train car and just stayed in Timmins and started coming to my open mic.
Yeah, that's about it, right? That's half a Timmins.
It's
Okay. Well, I think I'm a good cross section. I
Oh,
got,
cool. Nice.
yeah. I got some pro to me, and I definitely got some cons.
Cool. The sanity of the professional, the
Yeah,
fun of the insane person.
that's right. And the haircut of Janet Reno.
Ooh.
Nice.
A distinction held only by one previous podcast member.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Pew to me, RJ, is like, I don't know. I remember when I first started doing comedy, I lived in Toronto and Pew was like, I don't know, you're just the guy. I fucking loved Rob so much. I still do. I so much did. I heard about a giant gig up here and I was like, we must get Pew. Like I haven't seen him in fucking probably 15 years. And I was like, I need Rob.
Sweet.
He's the guy. Like he's every comedian I know loves Rob from Canada. He's a Canadian guy. Did you worked in America before though? You must have done enough in America.
Oh yeah, I lived in the States for a bunch of years. It's great. Yeah, I lived in New York. I lived in New York, of course. That's part of the slog. I wish I never left. Like I love New York. And I went to LA and went and lived out in that piss reeking fucking desert. And then I had enough of it. And I had enough of it and moved back to Toronto.
Yeah, because I feel like
Yeah.
that's when you just came back from America when I was doing it. But yeah,
Yeah, I was probably kicking over garbage cans.
you were definitely drinking heavily at
Yeah,
spirits
yeah,
often.
yeah. This is very true. Yeah.
I was such a baby comedian. I remember looking at this is fun. This is just I didn't even write this down. I just thought of this now though. I remember looking at him like you off stage at Spirits, you crushed. And then you went to the bar and I was like, wow, he's so funny, but he's so sad. And then I realized
Yeah. Well, that's how it works.
that's what I mean. Then I realized that's what comedy is
Yeah.
after years of doing it. Just sad, hilarious people being even more sad all the time.
That's why I'm like, people are taking antidepressants. You're killing the magic. You're killing the magic. Yeah. You just lost 6 punchlines with that Adderall right there. That's gone. It's gone.
So I seized the opportunity. I saw Rob. Actually, when Rob came into that show up here, I was like instantly, as soon as he left, like, "You want to be on my podcast?" And Rob's like, "I'm good." He didn't say
Yeah.
that, but he just saw me on red, and I was like, "Okay, cool. I just shoot my shot." You know what I mean? And then 2 weeks ago, or about a month ago, or whatever, he's like, "My album's coming out soon. I want to promote on your podcast, on podcasts, all podcasts." And I go back in the DMs, like, reiterate this. He's like, "Yeah, yeah, whatever."
Yeah. I'll do it.
So
Hey,
he's
there's a reason to do it now. I'm like you, man. I don't want to be out doing stuff. I don't want to.
I think it's
I
awesome.
spend a lot of time on a cruise ship. You ever do that? So you gotta do
Ugh.
the show. It's like a little comedy purgatory. So you do the show, and then you walk around for days on end with the crowd. You know what I mean? Like it's hell.
That's,
It's
I
absolute
was gonna
hell.
say, I don't know about purgatory. That's just one of the circles.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I can see murders and stuff, and then rape is below. So I'm in some sort of I don't know what ring it is, but it's one of them. Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, Rob's here promoting his new album. What
Nice.
is it
yeah.
called? What's in the hot dogs? Did you say it
What's
like
in the
that?
hot dogs? Yeah, yeah. Simple. Just a bunch of hodgepodge of bits, man. Lips and assholes.
No, I like
So
it.
yeah.
I listened to it. It was awesome. I don't like
Thanks, man.
listening to comedy that much anymore
Thanks, God.
either.
Yeah. I
So
appreciate you listening to it. Thanks. It's the hardest thing. putting an album together is the shittiest process in the world. You got to listen to yourself over and over the same inflection. You're like, God, you suck, you know? And then you get this unmastered audio back at you. It sounds like you're in a wind tunnel. There is no crowd, and you're like, I'm gonna end it. You know what I mean? Like this is the worst thing I've ever heard. And then somebody does magic with it, and it comes back, and you're like, I can deal with this. So 2 years later, we're like, there it is.
That was 2 years in the waiting.
2 years I had to wait. Yeah, the guy that put it together had a baby like right after, and then was swamped with work and whatever. That was there's lots for him to do. And then the next year I was getting married, so there was lots going on. There's still a lot of moving parts that we just didn't nail down, and then we finally decided to spit it out. So I'm glad it's finally out.
2 years is still a long time. Like if he had a baby die, that would be a little more understandable.
Yeah, two babies. I just said two babies. Okay. Back to back. Yeah.
Oh, you get no time to edit the fucking special, but time to fuck again, eh?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Kick your feet up. Why don't you?
Do some work. Be a man. That's good.
Yeah.
2 years in the waiting. That's cool. I remember your last one was called Pugilist, right?
Yeah.
I
think
love
you're
that
the only
too.
person that's ever said that, right?
Really?
People say, yeah, they call it pugilist, right?
Oh.
Pugilist, and I guess I don't blame them because it was stupid for me to call it that. It's impossible to Google, is what it is. You got to spell it like I spelt the joke, but it's done.
I'm just so impressed. I'm so happy with myself right now because, as you'll find out very soon, I have the worst pronunciation of all time. So I pronounced something right for once. That's amazing.
Right.
RJ, are you proud of me?
Am I proud of you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I already started to check out. I don't know what you said.
Yeah, it didn't move the needle at all for him, is what I'm going to say. Yeah.
It impresses me that you wake up and keep going every day, Richard.
I'll call that pride. I'll call that you're proud of me. That's close enough. It's all I want. Someone to be proud of me at some point. All right. So knowing Rob was coming here, I know he's a sports fan. You're a sports guy. Yeah. RJ, not so much.
Yeah.
Are you a sports fan, RJ, at all?
Do I look like a sports fan, Richard?
That's sexist.
Do I look like a lesbian?
Yes.
It's the all lesbian podcast.
Okay, so then definitely a sports fan.
Yeah, big time into soccer.
Yeah. Unblur for all of my WNBA posters.
You laying up on this chick?
Catching my rebounds. Yeah. You're a basketball. I kind of started talking to like Rob just before this started. I know he's a basketball guy. I wasn't sure if he was, but this is a basketball. So do you know anything about basketball, RJ?
I know how it works. Yeah.
Okay. So when I'm talking about a basketball guy's like career, you're gonna stay awake, right, RJ?
Oh, fuck no. But I will do a great job pretending.
Okay, cool. Okay, for Rob, because I know the answers already know for RJ. Do you know anything about like ABA like 70s, 80s basketball, Rob?
I think that all I might know about is the joke movie that Will Ferrell sort of made about the league, right? There was
What's that movie called? Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't know anything about it for real. Okay, well, that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about like a guy from the 60s, 70s basketball guy.
Okay.
It's before my time too. Like I know nothing. I love basketball. I've loved it since I was a kid, but I have zero about any of this stuff. So I found it quite interesting actually. The cocaine usage in the 80s and 70s and 80s in basketball was more than I expected. And
who's the guy who fucked
fun, man? Here we stopped having fucking fun, by the way. Drinking's down, drugs are down. Everybody be happier is if we just did some more drugs for a bit. You know?
You're not wrong. There is a shortage of people doing drugs. It's true. The edgy fucking like like rock stars now are like, I stayed up. My concert was at 9 p.m. And we're like, I stayed up past my bedtime. I don't see rock stars breaking shit anymore or anything fun. Need more drugs. I'm in.
Drink a bottle of whiskey, lose a wife or two. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be interesting.
This one here is going to be a classic example of that. So RJ, you said something about, is this the guy that what?
No, I was like, what? Who was the? It was the guy who fucked an inconceivable amount. Was that the Wilt
Wilt
Chamberlain?
Chamberlain. Yeah.
That's right.
It's Wilt Chamberlain time frame, but it's not about Wilt. Wilt
Okay.
was alive and well, went through his whole life without any fucking weird shit happening.
I was just curious if it was same era.
It is same area, yes. Today we're going to solve the case of the missing and presumed dead, a guy named John Brisker who played for the Supersonics, the Seattle Supersonics.
An elite team of private detectives.
What if balloons are aliens? Maybe that's the key component we're missing.
Cover-ups.
John's guilty.
Mysteries that need to be solved.
Maybe Mormons need mountains.
Richard, shut up.
That was a team?
It's still a team. Oh, no, it's not a team anymore.
Yeah, they moved to what, Charlotte or something like that?
Oklahoma City, yes, Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
The Thunder. He went missing in 1978, and he was declared dead in absentia on May 29th, 1985. I do love how judges can just do this. Like, if Buddy has a bunch of, like, holdings and stuff, they're just like, yeah, he's dead. Let's get rid of all this. Like, there's a lot of legal proceedings need to finish here. Just,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Well, how
Yeah,
long
after
was
a
it?
certain amount of time, you're dead. You're a dead guy.
For sure.
Yeah.
7 years.
Oh, yeah.
It's mostly because we'll get to it, but the wife's like, I want to stuff. Like, can I get the stuff?
Well, fuck yeah, dude. Like, you shouldn't have to deal with that for that long. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if I was missing for a little while, I wouldn't mind if my wife got everything after like 48 hours.
48 hours.
Yeah, how long do we gotta wait? Yeah.
Yeah.
48 hours. RJ just comes back. I was playing Magic with
Yeah,
my
dude, because
friend.
like imagine then they just like, all right, here's all his assets, let's discharge all of his debts, and then I'm like, oh, my phone died, but
Yeah.
hey, can't undo it now. Double jeopardy or something.
I always wondered if you could do that, is just leave your debts in your will to your enemy. You know, you can will like your shit, but can I will my like bad stuff to somebody I hate? Do they have to sign off
You can
on
will
that?
you can will it to someone you love. They love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's my pet bird, asshole. Yeah.
So John Brisker was more of a legend in the ABA. He played 3 seasons in the NBA, averaged like 10 points a game. In the ABA, he was playing for the Pittsburgh Condors. He was way more relevant. He was averaging like 26 points per game, which is very good for an NBA player. He was an all-star twice in the ABA. John Brisker was born in Detroit on June 15th, 1947, literal baby boomer. He grew up in a suburb of Detroit called Hamtramck. He had 2 brothers. He would always talk about in his like interviews in the 70s about how he had a rough upbringing. He had to move like 15, 20 times when he was a kid because his mom couldn't pay the rent. His mom, Ernestine Brisker, and her husband divorced when Brisker was only 5 years old. So, and Ernestine had a stroke not long after that, and it left her left side paralyzed. Left her left side paralyzed. I feel like that's right.
Yeah. Read it slower and more breathy.
Left side paralyzed. It sounds sexy now.
There it is. There it is.
The government was always trying to take him and his brothers away from the mother, but she always worked as hard as she could to keep them. Like, there's a story where she sold all their clothes to pay rent. Like, I feel like they're going to take the kids after they're naked all the time, but whatever. She did it. She kept them. John had to get a job early on in life. When he was 11, he worked at car washes. And when he got a little bit older, he started working as a janitor at his school at night
When he was
shifts.
12?
Yeah, like 15.
What's a little bit older?
Like when he was 15. But like, I find that crazy that he's like 15. They're like, little John Brisker, way to come to school today, but tonight you got night shift. It's just like, hopefully you're not tired tomorrow.
Yeah, you're done with this school business. You got to clean up the halls. Yeah.
Later in life, John said that he thinks about how he was brought up, and he says it would have been easy for her to just like quit and give up the kids, fuck it. But she didn't. So he looked up to his mom a lot in that way. And all 3 of her boys all went to college, which that's amazing to me. When he was in high school, he lived in the projects, and just outside of his house, they had a basketball hoop. So being poor, having nothing to do, living so close to a basketball hoop made him spend a lot of time at the court. He wanted to be super tough because he said that like if you were tough on the courts in Detroit, they'd name a court after you. Like that was his goal to get a court named after him in the projects of Detroit. I love it.
Wow.
If you were tough, like
Tough.
what about if you were just good at basketball?
That's part of it.
That's
That's
part of
part of
being
it.
tough.
Part of his version of being tough.
I would like to believe that that's just like people who had nothing to do with basketball that were just like really, really good fighters just had the basketball courts named after them to the point where they didn't even know about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they fought here. I didn't know people played basketball here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You mean the fighting square? Yeah. What are they playing basketball in the fighting square for? Yeah.
Get out of here. We're trying to kill each other. So I don't know what he meant by that, but he was for sure a menace in basketball. Anyway, in high school, he was a star player through the country. He averaged 25 points and 20 rebounds, which is wild. There's stats like that don't exist. So you can't average 20 rebounds. It's ridiculous. Also, a big thing about this kid was he played tuba in high school. They keep saying it over and over in all my research. I'm like, okay, he played tuba. I get it.
Right.
I think it's because
Why?
like a few things happen later where musical is like he always considered himself an artist. He would say that all the time. He loved music and he opened a jazz club when he was like in the NBA, but in Seattle. But
What? I'm sorry, what was his art? Basketball or being tough?
The tuba.
Oh.
Yeah, he loved to play tuba.
You figure like he's a big guy, he's the only kid around that can hold a tuba, right?
Yeah, that's probably true. He's 6'5" fucking tuba player. I feel like that's immense.
Probably looks like a trumpet, like a French horn in his hands. You know?
Bum, 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 bum. Brisker, a big thing, notable thing about Brisker too, is even as a kid, he was always proud of his heritage. He was always interested in Africa. He was always reading a book about Africa. He'd wear dashikis, which all of his teammates in all the interviews that I read, they're always like, I wonder if he's wearing something under there. They all said the same joke. I was like, okay. Did you guys get together? Or is that like the thing you guys always said to him? No wonder he's so mad all the time. I get it. It looks like I'm not wearing pants. I'm good. He grew up to be 6'5". He was a beast of a man. You can see pictures of him. He's jacked, like fucking ripped. Very handsome man. Later in life, when he played for the Sonics, the Sonics GM said that when he walked into a room, it seemed that the eyes of every woman in the place turned to him. Fair. In 1965, he went to the University of Toledo. So I'm not a university basketball guy, but I've never heard of the Toledo Rockets before this, so I'm assuming it wasn't a good team. He said that he had many recruitment offers, but chose Toledo because they gave him the best offer. They gave him an apartment, a car, and clothes. Like for him, that's like being treated like royalty. You barely had an apartment to live with. Then he got a free one for just going to play basketball. Later in life, he said that he regretted going to Toledo because he didn't expect the prejudice he would encounter when he was there in the 60s in Toledo. I would imagine wasn't a great place. Like it's very racist.
Yeah, probably that.
Yeah, he said Detroit, everyone was black, so no one he experienced it really that much. But nope, not in Toledo.
Welcome to Toledo, but not you.
He said being there changed him, and he attributes his time at the university. He blames Toledo for making him as angry as he is, which you're going to see is all very angry.
Get in the fighting square.
Get in the fighting square.
I will say Ohio has become by far the most racist state in the union.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's insane. I went one of the 3 times that I've been through Ohio, once never staying more than a day. I wouldn't dare. I had a girl at a rest stop go, "Are you Jewish?" And I went, "Why would you ask me that?" And she goes, "Because you look Jewish."
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
we need to keep going. Like, what
Yeah. Like, lady is the thing. Is that what she expected you to do, to be all schmaltzy?
no idea. Like,
Yeah.
do the Jew thing.
Yeah, right. Do the whole Jew thing.
I'm not. I don't even know what the Jew thing is.
Yeah,
It's like, you say you have a big nose? What the fuck is this?
yeah. Fuck you, lady. That's what you say in Ohio.
Crazy.
Yeah, when you're like, fuck you, lady, the lady's all relieved, like, okay, he's racist too, because he's mad about being called a Jew. She's all
That's
happy.
that's
Woo!
the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were black. Yeah. Oh, scary.
As a freshman in Toledo, he wasn't allowed to play varsity basketball. Apparently, in the 60s, freshmen weren't allowed playing basketball, which I find crazy now. Most college players play only freshmen and then go straight to the NBA. But he said that the freshman team were just constantly destroying the varsity team. The next year, when he could play varsity basketball, he averaged double figures. He also joined the football team playing tight end, and he took up the tuba again in the marching band because he couldn't keep his grades up. So he joined marching band to get his grades so he could continue playing basketball. His nickname in the ABA later on, this guy's would hurt people on the court. Like he would purposely elbow people and shoulder people. It got worse and worse over time. Like it's so bad in the ABA, he was nicknamed the heavyweight champion of the ABA, like knocking people out. He had a football mentality on the basketball court, which I love this guy. In December 1968, he was suspended after he missed practice and his grades were a little low. A week later, his college career was cut short when they reviewed his grades and said, "You're pretty much kicked off the team at this point." And he didn't go quietly. He made headlines in Toledo for helping lead an on-court protest relating to the school suspension of himself and another one of his black teammates. The other guy, Bob Miller, was suspended for skipping a bunch of classes. So Brisker, Miller, and another couple dozen other students walked onto the court during a game, and they're like, well, this isn't fair. They don't let us play because we're better than this. And then as Toledo does, they just booed them. Like, get off the fighting square. We're trying to watch a basketball game.
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah.
it's the worst thing to protest. Keep your grades up. That's part of it. Like, I don't know why. Like, I get wanting to protest and stuff like that, but that's not worth it. That wasn't worth. Just do your homework.
Yeah, learn a musical instrument or just do your homework. Yeah.
In 1969, Brisker entered the NBA draft and was drafted by the Philadelphia 76ers, but ultimately decided to sign with the Pittsburgh Pipers in the ABA. The NBA didn't take people back then who didn't finish college, which also is crazy to me now because they just want you to go to college so you're not like, you can actually like speak in front of a camera. That's the only reason they make you go to a year of college now.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, when did that stop?
After
Was that
Kevin
Kobe was the
Garnett,
last one?
like Kobe
Kevin
and
Garnett,
Kevin Garnett,
yeah.
all that they said, you need a year now. I think it was after Kobe or after
LeBron was.
LeBron. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ABA didn't care though. They were less stringent with their rules and drafting and signing contracts to players. They were like new, trying to make a splash in the whole basketball thing. Side note, Brisker also had 3 different NFL offers. That's how fucking athletic this guy was. But he chose to play in the ABA. So drafting Brisker turned out to be a good idea for the Pipers. They were called the Condors later. He played in Pittsburgh for 3 years, and one season he averaged 29.3 points, which is like, I don't know. For people who know basketball,
Great
that's
season.
crazy. It's wild.
Yeah.
He's an all-star. He gets that heavyweight nickname the first year he's there. Super huge competitor. People labeled him a fighter because he was. There were no fines for fighting someone on the court in the ABA. There's no suspensions. You could just literally beat the fuck out of your opponent if you wanted to, and no one would do anything.
Nice. What happened to that?
Yeah, when people, I don't know. I honestly, I don't know.
Savage.
People get hurt, and then you just have to like, all right, towel boy, you're in. They're like, oh god.
That's where hockey and basketball at the same time. They're like, the hockey's like, I'm going to keep going with this fighting thing, you know?
Just put a helmet on him, it'd be fine.
Yeah. Basketball's like, we can't have all these giant men fighting.
Yeah.
Again, in the fighting square.
Brisker didn't even think he was that tough. Like he was like, no, I only fight people that are bigger than me. I don't fight. I fight monsters. Okay. Like,
Yeah.
He said one time to reporters that he would do anything to get Pittsburgh in the playoffs, including breaking someone's leg. Imagine LeBron walking around and be like, I'm going to break that fucking guy's leg so he can make the playoffs this year. It's amazing.
Yeah, $100 million lawsuit instantly. Yeah, awesome.
He,
I like this guy now. Where's his movie, by the way?
I
We
don't
should
know.
be watching this movie.
I hope it comes out eventually
Okay.
because it gets even crazier. It gets darker, this shit. So I'm guessing this is where the cocaine's starting when he gets in the ABA because there's another story where he comes to practice with a gun. He just comes with a gun to the court and puts it down like on the side and just plays basketball like he needs the
Well,
gun close to him.
That's cool as fuck. It's not like he had it like in like the waistband of his little shorts or something. That would be even cooler. It's like poking out the bottom of him.
His
Oh,
Condor
that's
teammates were scared of him. They're like, I'm scared of this guy because that gun that he carried around wasn't his only one. He had another one in his gym bag that was just there as well. So like they're like, if I'm gonna confront this guy or like just try and get a rebound off this guy, he might shoot me. Despite all this, he's getting this like reputation of being kind of a crazy fucking asshole. One of the rival coaches in the ABA put like a $500 bounty on Brisker during a game. So suddenly the other team wasn't so scared of a gun anymore because if they fucking hurt this guy, it's $500 for them. And the ABA wasn't paying shit tons. It wasn't like the NBA now. So yeah, go fuck this guy up. So everyone's in on this like fighting square business. It's not just John Brisker. Everyone's into it. And everyone thought that Brisker was gonna like retaliate. He just dropped 50 points on them, didn't really care. He was like, cool. That same coach later coached him, like was an assistant coach for the Supersonics later on, and he told him the story. He's like, yeah, that's a pretty good one. He's laughed about it. He's like, good job. You need $500 to stop me, eh? You can't even stop me. Like,
just dribbling down the court and fucking pointing a pistol at people. Right. This one goes off for 50, no problem. Yeah.
Yeah, no wonder.
Shot in the leg. Fuck. Yeah.
Here's another awesome Brisker story. Brisker in 1971 at the All-Star game in the ABA All-Star game party, Brisker walks up to Jack Dorf, the ABA commissioner, and says, I just scored 20 points and 12 rebounds at this All-Star game. I'd like my All-Star bonus right now, thank you. And a terrified Dorf looks at him and digs into his pocket as much as he can and pulls out $300 and pays him on the spot in front of like reporters and shit. Like, he just shook down the commissioner.
Did he have the gun on him?
Probably. That's what they were scared of. Like, he might have had it.
Yeah, always just walking around pointing it at everybody. We're doing an interview. Yeah.
Stirring his drinks with it and like scratching his head with it.
Yeah.
He's in line at the bank and everyone's freaking out, but he's like, I'd like to deposit this money I just took from the.
Yeah, it's great. I like this guy a lot.
Yeah.
This movie's coming around.
So he went to watch the World Series, and him and his girlfriend went. I think it was 1972. I can't remember exactly the year. 72. He's watching the World Series between the Orioles and the Pirates, and then he leaves a little bit early so he can get a cab. So he goes in and get a cab, and cab didn't want to like drive him. I guess they stopped and said, "Oh, it's reserved." He says, "Fuck that," and tries to get in the cab anyway. And then the guy calls the cops, and Brisker's a giant man. He says, "Fuck you," and he slams the door. The guy doesn't move. He waits there for the cops. Cops show up, open up the door, try to take out Brisker from the car. He resists their arrest and like hospitalizes two cops who are trying to like try to rip him out of a cab. And he says like, I didn't hit anybody. I was just trying to wiggle out of what they're doing. I don't care if I broke their hands. Like, he broke one guy's hand. Like, that's fucking wild. This guy's this fucking crazy guy.
That dude, oh my God, where's his like symbolic tombstone? Because I don't care if I broke their hands needs to be on it.
Yeah, whatever's there is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure they missed that line. If that's on the tomb, that's even better.
Oh yeah, it has to be. No one cares how much he loved his wife or blah 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 blah.
As you'll find out that none of that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
There's another story of him. You know, everyone was cool with like the fighting square being a thing, kind of get a little scrappy in the thing. He was so bad with it. There's a story of him having to be dragged off court by police to stop him from going to kill another player. The players already pulled him apart twice. He just kept going for it. So then the cops had to like pull him out.
What happened to their hands?
Yeah, he didn't care. he was so well known for fighting in the 70s with whoever was watching the ABA that he was at the airport one time and Muhammad Ali was there at the same time. And he ran up to Muhammad Ali and was like, I'm gonna fight you, like as a joke. Like it was like a fake little scuffle. And Ali was like, I love this guy. And they did this like media thing where they kind of did a little fake fight in the middle of the fucking like Miami airport, which I find amazing. Ali was like, I love this guy. Some teams are so intimidated by Brisker that they would do some crazy shit as well. The Utah Stars hired a bunch of professional boxers, 8 of them, to surround the court during their game. If he was to be like super rough and be an asshole, there's to go punch him out in an ABA game that's televised. Brisker saw it and he was like, oh, I'll be nice today, and drops 37 on their faces, and they leave for the win.
Nah.
In his last season of the ABA, he refused to play the last part of the season because he wanted a raise and they refused. I just don't think they could have paid him. Like the ABA folded the year after. He played for a brief time in 1971 for the Dallas Chaparrals. And that's a real thing. Chaparral, Chaparrals. I have no fucking clue what that means.
What racist references that must be?
The Las Vegas lawn jockeys.
They weren't even bothering with like, they weren't even bothering being like discreet about it. They cut him from the team because he only played 2 games because he was black. Like seriously, like the owner says in a paper, last year the Dallas only had 2 white players compared to 10 black players. We drew less than 100 fans who were colored. And then he goes on to say,
You're gonna draw even less when they start losing.
yeah, the quote doesn't have there. A bunch of people want to see white faces, someone they can identify with. We don't want these black guys playing and winning. We want white guys and losing. It's fucking crazy. And the Supersonics didn't care. Seattle heard about Brisker and they didn't really give a shit about the racial constraints, I guess, that the Dallas had. And they offer him a $1 million 6-year deal, which I find that crazy too. They're doing long ass deals like that. 6 years. It's like a movie deal for Natalie Wood when she was a kid. You're like, you're 10, you have a 10 movie deal. You're like, oh my God, I have to do 10 movies under the same studio. I'm 10 years old. Yeah, he got this big ass deal. He played for 3 seasons, didn't average a huge amount, but he's only playing 20 minutes per game, but he's averaging 12 because he was fighting with the head coach and GM who just happened to be an NBA legend, Bill Russell. I don't know if you know who that name, if that rings a bell for you. He's got the most rings in NBA history. He's a huge basketball guy. He was the big dog. Brisker was used to being the big dog, but like you have Bill Russell as a coach, so they butted heads on and off the court a bunch, especially how violent he was in practice. Another NBA player who played with Brisker, Billy Knight, tells a good story about Brisker. He says that early in his career when he played with the Pacers, he said that the first time against John Brisker, Brisker just walked up to him and punched him in the face, middle of the court. Just cause. That's you go punch the rookie in the face, I guess. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah. Welcome to the team.
Welcome to the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
4 days into their training camp in 1973, Brisker punched one of his teammates so hard that he broke his jaw and knocked out 4 front teeth.
It's a fucking guy's problem, man.
In practice. Like, not even in a game. Like, and your teammate.
Like the top 4, the bottom 4, or like a combo?
The front, like 2 top, 2 bottom front.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this guy's nuts. And then I'm reading all this stuff about him. I'm like, this guy's crazy. How come I've never heard of him? And then the next sentence always does this. It's like he's punching people in practice. And then it goes like, but Brisker also had a softer side to him. And I'm like, okay, well, where does this go? He organized a charity basketball game in Pittsburgh to raise money for youth basketball in the city. And he volunteered. They wrote countless, but I bet you could count them on one hand. Countless hours to raise money for sickle cell anemia research. So he had a softer side, guys.
Yeah.
Who cares if he spent
He gave back.
Gave back to the community.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. No, because he did do wonderful things for the black community. He broke cops' hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. They stopped 2 fucking Uber racists from doing something else. Actually, they were taxi racists.
Taxi racist?
Yeah, they wouldn't go to your cab.
Oh.
I said
I
Uber,
thought you meant
but
Uber like German very because your grandfather's a Nazi, so it's like genetically in you.
I did. It is. Sometimes slips out. My bad.
Mm.
Bill Russell hating him. Understandable. Even with the charity
Sure.
work. Fans, though, fans loved John Brisker. And rightfully so. We love him just by hearing these stories. I love him already. I think this guy's amazing. So during Supersonics games, Bill Russell had all the powers. He was GM and coach, but the fans were like, "We want Brisker. We want Brisker," constantly. Russell was forced to put him on every once in a while. He didn't want to, but he was getting his 20 minutes. And they just gave him $1 million over 6 years. You're kind of screwed with John Brisker, whether you like it or not, Bill Russell.
Nice. Running the court with a pistol. Sure. Pistol one hand, basketball in the other, right?
Yeah, that's so good. He's like going down dribbling and then like aiming it at different people.
Backing people up, yeah. I like it.
Maybe he was super terrible and he could only get 30 points. Like he's just whiffing a bunch of layups and he's always got the gun in his hand. He's like,
Ironically,
150 points.
He's always aiming it at people who have their hands up already.
Yeah, we can't lift them up any higher. They're already up.
But no jumping though. Hands up, no jumping.
I like this guy.
So Bill Russell's screwed. He's the GM. He's like, whatever, let's just trade this guy. Nobody has any interest around the league at all. So I guess nobody liked the tactics except for just the fans. So Brisker, instead of like firing him or whatever, they just said, okay, go to the minor leagues. And then they sent him there and he's averaging 50 points a game. They're like, I can't have that either because it's kind of like ruining development players. So he never really returned to the NBA after 1973, burned all his bridges. He went to training camp in 1974-75 season. Bill Russell said he wasn't letting him play. Brisker's 28. When Brisker was playing, he was still interested in his African roots. Since his NBA career was coming to an end, he decided it was time to visit Africa. So in either 1976 or 1977, one of his teammates and friends from Detroit, Spencer Haywood, decided to visit Brisker in New York. Haywood said that Brisker had just returned from Africa, and he was telling him a lot of stories about Uganda, because that's where he was going, is Uganda. And he claimed that Brisker showed him a photo of him and Ugandan dictator Idi Amin. Like they were buddies, hugging.
Yeah, okay.
Haywood,
nice guy here.
Haywood said that the stories we're getting from Brisker were getting darker and darker, and the more stories he heard about Africa, he was a little bit scared for him, and he wasn't getting super specific, but it was like it must have been pretty fucking dark, whatever the specifics were, because in this article he wasn't telling him exactly what it was, because he's hanging out with Idi Amin. That's who Forrest Whitaker plays in The Last King of Scotland. I don't know if you guys have watched that fucking movie.
Yeah, the lazy-eyed last king.
Yeah. The lazy-eyed king of Scotland. Idi Amin had many nicknames during his reign of terror. One of them was the Ugandi Hitler. And that one, he liked that one. Idi Amin loved that. He's like, that means I'm a strong leader and I know what I'm doing here. He loved that one.
Right.
Another one was the Butcher of Uganda, which was well-deserved. He was a cruel dictator. How
do you feel about that one, though?
I don't think he argued it because there's a lot of stories from media and other world leaders that went to visit him. And if you kind of like slighted him in any way, he would always keep like a cheerful, happy, laughing demeanor. But he also would bring you to his fridge filled with severed heads to show you what happens if you cross him. He had fucking a freezer full of a bunch of heads. It's like, this guy was like opposing me in this part of the country, so I cut his head off. Yeah, when Uganda got their freedom from Britain in 1962, Idi Amin was a general in the Ugandan army. He couped the government with the army and took control as dictator. One of his first orders as the dictator of Uganda was the deportation of non-Ugandans. So he gave everyone that wasn't from Uganda 7 days to leave the country or you get shot. And you're allowed to bring $50 with you. That's it. Leave your shit. Your businesses are ours now. Whatever, your house is mine. This is scary, dude.
Yeah.
This is who Brisker's going to hang out with. He's going to Africa to meet this guy. Why wouldn't you want to hang out with this guy? So in 1977, the Supersonics paid him out for the rest of his contract. And that was officially the end of his professional sports career. So with this lump sum, he paid off a bunch of his debts and he wanted to start a new business in Uganda, an import-export business. I don't know what the fuck that means to an ex-NBA player in the 70s, to a dictator regime country, but that's what he's telling people. His brother Ralph said that Brisker brought some land in Nigeria, but like there's no evidence to that at all. It was all in Uganda. I think Ralph's just trying to be like, calm down. He wasn't hanging out with dictators. He was in the good part of Africa where it wasn't terrifying at the time. The same year, 1977,
Isn't
John
Dennis
Brisker's
Rodman buddies with the one of the Kim Jong fella?
that yeah, with Kim Jong
Yeah.
Un, ill. The
Yeah.
one that's
the
alive
first
now.
one. Is it the one that's alive now, or was it the other one? Oh,
I
yeah, it's not the South Park one.
I think they both
Right.
loved the Bulls, but I think the young one is the one that got to meet him. I think the old one was dead by
Okay.
the time.
I don't know, maybe that's just like something like, like for all we know, LeBron James hangs out with Xi over in China sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
That would be a matchup.
yeah, it's probably just like an NBA thing. Like sometimes you just chill with a dick. It's how he learned to be so intimidating, He probably didn't have the freezer space, so that's why he went with the gun, but
Yeah. Stirring more drinks.
yeah.
Finally, good to be around somebody who's not shocked by my behavior. You know? I like this guy.
In 1977, John Brisker's wife divorced him, citing abuse. She said that he hit her so hard that she lost all hearing from her left ear. Her name's Michelle, and that's all I really know about her because they don't really go extensively into Michelle's life, just that she divorced him. I don't even really know when they got married, but I do know they had a daughter together named Me Johnny, which is kind of just a mixture of Michelle and John, which I find hilarious as well. Why would you name your kid Me Johnny, a daughter? It's fucked up.
Me, Johnny? Am I hearing that correctly?
Mijohni.
Oh, my. Okay.
Maybe I'm
Huh.
pronouncing it wrong. I don't know, but I love it. They just comboed their names. She was born in 1973 during his first year playing for the Sonics. Me Johnny, the reason I know about her, she's got two kids. One of them's Jaquan Brisker and daughter's Adia Brisker. Both are professional athletes. Jaquan in the NFL and Adia playing in women's basketball. Jaquan plays strong safety for the Chicago Bears. He's a starter on the Chicago Bears.
Okay, there you go.
Would you hold on? If you could go back in time, would you rename Molly Sarchard or Rira?
Oscar would have to be Rira because it's the boy name first, and Molly
Yeah.
would have to be Sarchard.
Nice.
I like this is how you should have to name kids, by the way.
Yeah. It would help
Yeah.
influence who you end up meeting and pursuing a relationship with.
Yeah, we can't do this.
Yeah. It's never gonna work. We can't have kids. We're both named Sam.
Yeah, you sound like you're repeating yourself. Yeah.
Or it's Sam.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah. I'm Sam. You work at the bottle depot.
Yeah, John Brisker also had a girlfriend that he also had a child with, a lady named Kalila Rashad. He and Kalila also had a kid named Kamila, which it's not far enough away to Kalila, the Kamila. It's not. After the divorce, Michelle went for him for child support, which he didn't pay. This earned him a contempt charge for failing to pay it, contempt of court. Brisker also owned a nightclub in Seattle called the Heritage House. It hosted notable performers such as B.B. King and Natalie Cole. Even with that, during Brisker's ownership, it was in a lot of financial difficulties. And by the time it closed, Brisker owed $40,000 in rent. All of the debt was paid off with his NBA buyout. So in March 1978, according to the King County court documents, Brisker traveled to Africa to start his import-export business. He went there with a colleague named Benjamin Taylor. Little side note, because this will be the last time I'm going to talk about it. Benjamin Taylor also went missing after this trip to Africa, but he was an athlete, so they don't really talk about him that much. I just saw it when I was pretty much at the end of the script here. So
spoiler. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes missing.
Yeah. On April 11th, a month after Brisker had gone to Africa, he calls Kalila from Africa. This is the last time anyone ever talked to John Brisker. No one knows what was said in that conversation because Kalila has been tight-lipped about the whole thing. She does say she talked to him, but she doesn't say what they talked about. And then in 1985, the government pronounces Brisker dead by absentia just to finish up some legal proceedings to deal with the estate. He still had $23,000 in his bank account and some other holdings they needed to get settled. The girlfriend, Kalila, after Brisker is declared legally dead, applies for child insurance benefits for her daughter from like the government, I guess, not from him. Like, oh, I don't have a father anymore, so can I get those like sweet, sweet social benefits? Which led to a legal case, and the state claimed that Kalila should have claimed for insurance in 1978 when he disappeared, not 7 years later, and she didn't get jack shit. So what happened to John Brisker? A guy who just disappeared when he was 30, been a public figure, and he sounded like he wasn't that good of a guy. So it could be a million different things.
How dare you? He may not have been kind or generous or loving, but he was very good at being a guy.
Yeah, yeah. Man, did he beat up a lot of people? Boy,
Yeah.
yeah. He's a real asshole.
Hey, but you can't be without being real. So
Yeah, yeah. You can't be a real asshole if you're not real, man.
So there are a couple theories on this. I don't know if you guys have anything you want to put in first for a theory, but there are a couple things that have been
I mean, like I have no idea what any of it is, but like do we really need to, considering he was friends with a guy who kept heads in his freezer? Like,
Yeah.
It could be that.
Like, does his head end up in the freezer? Was that foreshadowing here?
I wish. That would make this so much better. Okay, so there's a couple theories. I'll just go through the theories. You guys tell me which one you like the most. So theory number one is he got killed in Seattle doing whatever shady shit he was into. Like, this guy was known to carry around a gun and have a bad temper. Maybe his tough guy lifestyle caught up with him, especially knowing how volatile this guy was and not really knowing how he blew his basketball money so quickly. To me, it's like, that's crazy to me. Like, I heard he was an avid gambler, which at a guy with that amount of money gambling, that never brings any type of risk with it. Also, he owned a jazz club, which just screams fucking drugs. Like, he was violent. Plus, he's on cocaine. It was the 70s in the ABA. I looked up the ABA and drug usage during that time. So many articles. You can look that up. You'll see like a million articles. Even the NBA struggled with its players being high all the time. I saw that a stat that in the 80s, estimates show that 40 to 75% of players were using cocaine regularly. 40 to 75%. That is pretty high. That's fucking wild.
that's also an insane margin of error.
I thought that too, but I feel like it's closer to probably the 75, but they wanted to throw 40 in there so it didn't sound so bad. Like, that's how I feel like they threw that out.
Like, just like seems fake. Like, what a wide net to cast. Like, of course you're gonna be right then. Like,
I mean, we measured it at 40%, but just because of who we're talking about here, we're going to bump that up to a possibly 75.
So,
I mean,
whatever the number is, even if it's just 40%, that's still a lot of fucking of the
it's
NBA.
enormous.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Not one guy's like, I'm staying in tonight. Like, that's a healthy rotation.
Yeah. That guy just being like a known I love to go to Africa guy, hanging out with Idi Amin. He's got cocaine problems, gambling problems, bad temper. He could have just got killed by some fucking like gangster in Seattle. And they just said, yes, he went to Africa. Go sign his. It's not like the airport now. They could have just sent some guy to Africa with his fucking passport and said he went to Africa and they just killed him in fucking Seattle. He could just be dead in the fucking Seattle, whatever river runs through Seattle. Like, that is a possibility.
Very true.
Okay. These are what people more likely think. I think it's more likely the first one where he's just his life caught up with him. It makes way more sense than this stuff, which I hope it's this because it's way crazier. So in 1978, there was a civil war happening in Uganda, mostly because of his best friend, the Ugandan Hitler, Idi Amin, and his atrocities. Because of his friendship with everyone's favorite dictator, lots of rumors float around that he joined the military. No one really says which side he joined up, whether it was like the rebel side or Edie's side, but they do say that he had pictures where he was smiling with this guy. So I'm guessing that he joined up on Edie's side. And then he died in some battles in the streets. The Associated Press ran an article in 1980 stating that Brisker had been shot in Africa. they didn't cite how they got this. They say sources say. I don't believe that shit when I read it. Like that's a huge leap to just be like he was shot in Africa. Africa's huge. He could have been shot anywhere then.
Yeah.
He might have went to Africa. He might not even died. Idi Amin didn't die. I thought this was crazy when I was reading this guy. He escaped after the Civil War to various Middle Eastern countries, eventually landing in Saudi Arabia, where he lived until his death in 2003. This crazy asshole got to live out the rest of his life in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, winners win, man. Winners win. You know?
I'm a real asshole. I'm real.
Yeah, he's real. Yeah.
They say under his rule, he killed 1 in 6 Ugandans. 1 in 6. That shit is crazy. That is a wild number.
Yeah.
So many people were like killed and thrown into like the rivers that were there that it had widespread disease, and it killed 1 in 6 fucking people because of just disease. This guy, the average age in Uganda to this day is like 20 or something because all the older people are dead. And like, I don't know, this guy caused a lot of mayhem and he got to live. Like, imagine being that big of an asshole. You contaminate the entire source of water for your country. It's crazy. That's how many people you killed.
Yeah, it's dumb. Yeah, it's a dumb leader.
So maybe they were such good buddies that he followed his buddy Idi Amin to Saudi Arabia, and he just lived in Saudi. Like, no one knows really where. No one was following Brisker at that point because Brisker was a celebrity in America. He wasn't a celebrity in Africa. Idi Amin was.
I think you find Elvis, you find Brisker.
Elvis is committing genocide in Africa.
Yeah, man. The king is a warlord, brother.
Fucking
I can be an African warlord, man. Yeah. I like this guy. Man, this is going to be a good movie. I'm telling you.
There's flaws in this, like, he survived theory, though, because, like, Idi Amin hated foreigners. Like, he gave everyone 7 days to leave or they'd be shot if they weren't from Uganda. He probably wouldn't have worked with an American, even if they were black. Amin was overthrown in 1979, but the years leading up to this, he was apparently using meth, like a bunch of methamphetamines, all day, and he was just paranoid as fuck. And he was getting all fat. Like, if you look at videos of him when he was younger, when he first started, when he was younger, he was very like coherent. He would speak well. He would talk. What he was saying was very like, wow, you just want to kill off anybody that's not a Ugandie. But he was very, like, you could understand what he was saying. By the end, he was just like falling asleep during interviews. Like, you can find this guy's videos if you want. I didn't feel like pulling him up. He's all
Interesting. Sounds
sweaty.
Sounds like another dictator I know a lot about against my will. Crazy how they all seem to end the same way.
Yeah, all cracked out.
Do you think he's out? He's in the White House just doing fucking white lines across the White House table? Like,
dude, no, I mean, I wish he ends like Hitler. That would rock.
Yeah, if he shot himself in a bunker, we'd all like that.
Yeah, dude, that would rip.
Yeah.
I'd
take your wife with you. Let's go.
I mean, I'll take him having a heart attack or whatever the fuck, but like, oh man. Like, I'm not saying like it's okay to bully people into suicide, but like there's got to be like, you know, like one person that's it's okay to do that to, and I think we all know who it is.
There's exceptions to every rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he probably would have worked with an American. Records recovered after Amin's ousting indicate the already paranoid Amin had been fed information that would have made Brisker a prime target for his wrath. So there's a guy named Bob Astles I started reading about. Bob Astles was a British soldier who was close to Idi Amin before the separation.
Yeah.
Okay.
It up.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What? One more time. This guy's name?
Bob Astles.
Okay. That I think I got it that time, but 2 more times just for.
You just want me to say Bob Asshole a bunch?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It sounds like Bob Assholes. And
this guy was a super huge asshole, so it fits. That's what I was going to say. It sounds like assholes because he was an asshole. In his own obituary in 2012, he was described as the most hated white man in post-colonial Africa. Like, wow. In his own obituary.
Wow, that's big. That's a trophy. My Lord.
Around the time of Brisker's visit, Amin received a letter from Bob Astles that read, "Your Excellency, we have evidence through documentation and interrogation that foreign companies are working against the Ugandan economy." I love how it's documentation and interrogation. You mean like torture and head cutting off?
Yeah.
We also have evidence that the CIA is working against you. We would like to give our intelligence verbally. Your obedient servant, Bob Astles. This guy is fucked. Like, just kissing the boot of a crazy dictator. There's a lot of those nowadays. It's like the JD Vance of post-colonial Africa. I'm trying to trigger him. He's not even listening. Okay.
No, I'm listening to you. I feel like the JD Vance is the JD Vance of everywhere.
Yeah. He's
You
a
know?
cock. Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's just not pleasant that he exists for the
Yeah,
world
he's
over.
dick cheese. Yeah. That guy's a genital wart.
Yeah, I also would like him to kill himself out of bullying as well. So maybe there's two people.
I hope he just falls downstairs and breaks a bunch of stuff and doesn't recover. You know?
Hell
Like
yeah, dude. Yeah, he's moving around with a fucking straw.
Yeah, that kind of shit. Yeah. Be a prick now, man. Go ahead.
We're gonna defeat the woke agenda. You couldn't defeat a flight of stairs.
Yeah. Oh, fuck this guy. Yeah, I'm with you.
This mention of CIA by Bob Astles brings up another conspiracy theory where like John Brisker was crazy enough to go to Uganda as like a CIA undercover to go like infiltrate because like nobody wanted to go there. They're just saying that he went there, did whatever he had to do, and came back to America like with what do you call that fucking
AIDS.
where you can't where you can't where they don't know where you are. What do you call that fucking
I mean, I call that AIDS. So yeah,
yeah,
Dementia?
no,
Alzheimer's?
a fugue state.
witness protection. He just came back from the CIA with witness protection. That's
I'm way off. When you don't know where, when you don't know where you are, I was like, huh? Alzheimer's. For witness protection, yeah, I guess. Where am I?
where are we?
It's Ohio.
That's witness
Fuck.
protection. You're protected from yourself.
You're in fucking Ohio.
It's a fighting square again. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's either he went over to Africa, he was a CIA agent in witness protection now, or like he just got the way his life was, he was catching up to him. Those are the three main theories on this guy. Yeah, what do you guys think? What do you think after all of that, we get to decide what actually happened to John Brisker and put the shit to bed?
Yeah. I think he's still alive, dude. I don't think he's dead. I'm going to keep Brisker alive.
He's just fighting someone in an Albuquerque fucking trailer park every day. Like,
Yeah.
just
Just beating the shit out of some podunk kid on a basketball court right now.
in my day.
Yeah, how old would he be? What year was he born? He was 55, you said? There you go. He's my dad's age.
No, 47.
47,
So
okay.
he'll be
So,
89 this year.
oh, yeah, he gone. The Seattle idea just makes sense, but I like the idea of him getting gunned down in the streets of Africa. Is pretty wild and cool, too, right?
It's the way the movie would go. You know, like that's what the movie, he has to go like.
I think it would end with all this speculation on lore and sightings of Brisker, you know. I mean, Brisker, it would be just, you'd be like, some say they've seen.
Just like the screen is like, some say that, like it just ends with him hanging out with Idi Amin, and then just like that's how it's done.
Yeah, just balling with Idi Amin stuff. Yeah, I like it. And he's probably in the White House right now.
Uganda actually has a really good basketball team. Like like their national team is actually really good. It's not America or Canada.
Yeah,
or anything, but
they
it's good.
saw inside of a freezer what would happen to them if they didn't practice.
Yeah,
Of course they're good.
Remember when the Palestine took the Israeli hostages at the what was it, 1980 Olympics or whatever?
Yeah. That movie was made about it. That whole
Or 1976, I think it was, because Idi Amin was like, "Way to go, Pallet!" Like he was all about it. He like made public statements about like, "Do you take those Jews? You get them off the fucking world sports stage." He was all about it, like fucking guy. This guy's so crazy.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
yeah.
I'm sure it was worse, actually.
Yeah. Sir, are you Jewish? I was just hoping to buy this meat stick. You know?
What do you think, RJ? You like the overseas, or you like him? What do you?
Yeah, no, I mean like he's got to be dead in somewhere like in Africa. There's no way. If that's where he went, like
Yeah.
I mean, like maybe he disappeared. I wouldn't put if anybody's gonna disappear, I wouldn't put it past a guy like that if he just wanted to erase himself. But again, like friends with a dictator, brandishing a gun everywhere he goes, or maybe not. Maybe we made that part up.
No,
But either way, it's true now.
It's canon, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's too good. You got to leave it in the movie.
Yeah. My theory, Oscar nomination for best screenplay in 2028.
I like this.
It's a great idea.
I just watched Private Dicks, and I think RJ's the funniest.
What? Come on.